I am Ray, and the end of all suffering can begin today. But are you even ready? You see, I am bound by spiritual law, that I am not allowed to speak the truth to anyone who is not interested in hearing it. So if you aren't ready for the truth, please take this time to click off the video. Oh, you're still here? Well then, let us begin. You see, Friedrich Nietzsche once said, the strength of a person's spirit is measured by how much truth they can tolerate. But most people can't handle the truth, so they settle for these kind of comfortable, beautiful lies. But I am here to free you from these lies, to liberate you from the illusion of this world, the illusion of separation. Because all problems, all suffering, all struggle arises simply out of ignorance. The price of ignorance is slavery and death. And all those who are stuck in the illusion and in ignorance are fated to be a slave to this nightmare. What they call the matrix that is designed to feed off your fear, your worry, and your suffering. But once you wake up from this nightmare, you are no longer a slave to that illusion. You become free from all of those worldly troubles. And great peace, love, and joy begin to emerge from within you. So long as we act from a place of ignorance, of separation, we will create suffering for ourselves and in the environment around us. We contribute to the darkness of this world, to the suffering, to the pain. But as you begin recognizing the truth, you help raise the collective consciousness and contribute to a better world free from so much suffering. You see, one of the highest spiritual laws is the law of oneness, that basically states that we are all one and that all separation is an illusion. As cliche as it sounds, we are literally all made from the same stardust. But during your daily life, do you experience oneness with everything? Very few people do. No, we feel ourselves to be separate individuals, different from everyone and everything else. And it is because the mind, or the ego you could say, creates this sense of separation. And this gives us a feeling of individuality and free will. This is not the problem. The problem is that we falsely assume that I am my body, I am my mind, I am my personality, I am my thoughts. Because we identify with the source of separation, this creates this entire illusionary reality that we project onto the outer environment, and we call this illusion the real world. The world in which you have to struggle to survive, that people are out to get you, that the devil rules this world, and it's a bad, bad place. In Eastern philosophy, this illusion is called Maya and results in samsara. And samsara is like wandering through a barren desert. So all the beings, all the humans, they continue to wander on this endless cycle of suffering, never truly finding satisfaction, never truly finding what they are looking for. We try to find lasting satisfaction in a temporary world. We try to find peace, love, and happiness from temporary pleasures, even in trying to strive toward ambitious goals and dreams. But this world is of the nature that you always need another goal to strive for if you are going to be happy. So you are on this endless hamster wheel, always striving, always struggling, always needing more. And all the pleasures and all the worldly desires are like pools of salt water in this barren desert. Every time you drink from them, you always find yourself more thirsty than before. But as Christ said, when you drink the water from this world, you will thirst again. But when you drink from the water that I give you, you will never thirst. And this is my message as well. I am pointing to a truth within you, an eternal wellspring of peace, love, joy, and abundance that never fades, that only becomes stronger as you dive deeper into it, you must realize that everything that you have been searching for is right here, right now, within you already. And all of these great treasures are hidden from you for no other reason than your identification with the body and the mind. They are kept locked away, only to be revealed temporarily, but never sustained, because you are trapped in the illusion of separation, because of your ignorance of the true nature of what you are. One day, during my dark night of the soul, I was awakening from sleep, and I was on the verge of just barely being awake. And I felt this great peace, this great joy, almost like I was home, very comfortable. It's that feeling that makes you not want to get up out of bed in the morning. It's the feeling that makes you love sleep. But soon as my mind came online, I felt myself drenched in this agonizing dread. Just this flood of cortisol, the worst, nastiest feeling. And I would spend most of my days immersed in this feeling of existential dread. The moral of the story is that comfort, that satisfaction, that peace, that joy is the default state. And it is only covered up by the mind, like clouds covering up the light from the sun. All the mind stuff, all the ideas, the thoughts, the beliefs, the identities, the stories we tell ourselves, these are all clouds. And what you have been searching for is the light and the warmth from the sun. And this warmth and this light is here right now, waiting for your recognition. It does not require years of disciplined spiritual practice and meditation. It does not require faith and belief in some kind of religion. There is only one requirement. That is for you to recognize the true nature of what you are. To be free from the illusion of separation by taking your identity away from the body, from the mind, from the personality. These are like clothes that you wear, like masks that you put on. And everybody, I like to say, is like a method actor. They truly believe themselves to be the character that they are playing. But we are not the character. We are beyond. We are the actor. But you must find who the actor is. What is the nature of this one? The way we discover our true nature and start becoming free from the veil of the illusion. In this present moment, you must recognize what you really are. I mean, really, don't actually think about it. Close your eyes and look. We have to enter into a state beyond thoughts, beyond mind, if you wish to recognize what you really are. The mind cannot help you here. You must have direct seeing, silent observation. Close your eyes and try to find the person you believe yourself to be. You know for a fact that you exist right here, right now. But as what do you exist? Close your eyes and find what you are. Where are you? Know that everything that can be observed or can be experienced can never be the real you. Because to experience or to observe something, it requires two things: an object of your experience and a subject to observe that object. So whatever you can perceive, whatever you can observe, you automatically disidentify with that thing. So can you observe your body? Can you observe your thoughts? Then you know you cannot be these things. So what are you? Where is the space from which things are observed? From where does this subject emerge? Find this place of observation in this very moment. And remember, this is a simple process. Do not allow your mind to distract you. We are beyond words here. All that is required is simple looking, simple recognition. When you are able to recognize the place from which you are, the illusion of separation begins to dissolve. Because you stop feeding your mind identity, you know for a fact that you cannot be your body, you cannot be your thoughts, you cannot be your mind. But most people don't know this. So they're always feeding their mind identity. They always assume that they are their ego, that this body, this person, yes, this is who I am. And we attach all these different stories, all of these different identities. Yes, this is what happened to me, and this is why I am the way I am. And this is why I do the things I do. And yes, I take pride in who I am. All of these things are clouds, changing experiences upon the backdrop of an unchanging awareness, clouds upon the backdrop of an unchanging sky. You must recognize yourself as the sky and not identify with your changing experiences. And as you deepen in your recognition, the illusion falls away naturally. You don't need to silence the ego or destroy it or kill the mind. These things just drop away because they cannot feed without your energy. And so when you stop feeding them, they begin to die. You see, the more of you is the less of God, and the less of you is the more of God. By you, I mean your identity with your mind. That which most believe we are. As it has been said, a mind fast is crazy, a mind slow is saint, but a mind stopped, that is God. Learn to be empty in this moment. Just be here now. Don't add anything else. No practice, no techniques, no stories, no thoughts, no ideas. This is your natural and most default state. Then the thoughts and the stories, they can continue, but you observe them and you realize that you are not attached to these ideas, to these thoughts, to these stories. Because no matter how many clouds emerge in the sky remains unchanged. It does not prefer the white fluffy clouds from the dark scary ones. All clouds are valid. Once you realize that you are the sky, you are no longer held hostage by the ego. You no longer feel claustrophobic in your own body. The attachments begin fading away and you become more and more light and more free. You stop resisting life and you surrender to the divine flow. And so your life enters into great harmony. And because the illusion has been dissolving, you begin seeing the true nature of reality. That this world, this universe, this reality is perfect. That you are already living in paradise. And that for the rest of eternity, you will rest easy knowing with great certainty that everything was, is, and always will be perfectly okay. That there are no problems and that there is nothing to fear, not even death. Because the true nature of what you are is beyond death. You are the eternal, you are the infinite, you are the source of all love, peace, abundance, and joy. And that what you were missing all along was yourself. This life was designed specifically for you to enjoy it. This life is God's entertainment, God's divine play. And once you find this freedom, that is when life truly begins. If you have difficulties with these ideas, please let me know in the comments down below. I am Ray. Much peace and many blessings.